Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Bill Levinson, Managing Partner with Levinson and Associates. With me today, I have our special guest speaker, okay, all the way from the middle of the country. And just a couple things. His name is Joseph. And, you know, what I'd like to start off by saying is, I want to give everyone a 100-foot overview, if you will, on today's training webinar presentation. We'll start with that, and then B, I want to talk a little bit about the vendor that we handpicked specifically for this co-op lead program, and then of course the reasons around it. So, you know, first off, it's important to know, you know, we're all out there, okay, us as an IMO, the carriers at their level, agents, general agencies, we're all out there obviously trying to make sure that we have the best programs and outlets for carriers and commissions and leads and technology and tools, and things are changing very quickly now, okay? And, you know, we were just featured on the cover of Insurance Newsnet magazine. We're very proud of that. You'll see in a few minutes here. And I would say probably 80 to 90% of the calls that we get from new agents, okay, the first or second thing out of their mouth is commissions and leads, okay? Not everybody, but most agents that call in. And, you know, we're trying to go out and find, you know, what works, what doesn't. You know, you hear all these pitches and you get all these emails and you see all these articles and, you know, and everything looks great on the outside. And then as soon as you dive in and you scratch the surface a little bit, you find out, you know what, this vendor is just like the other vendor that we tried 2 months ago, and just like the other, you know, online term lead vendor that we tried last year. And, you know, and it's so hard to find that lead provider or vendor that works good, right? Because there's no perfect solution in this lead world, as we all know, okay? And if there was, let's face it, carriers would go direct to agents directly to consumers, and I think most IMOs would probably go direct to consumers as well, right? Because if you have the perfect lead program, what's the need for agents? So I think we all know that if there was a perfect lead solution, we'd all be in Rolls-Royce limousines driving from appointment to appointment. That's not the case. So the way we look at it, if you find a good, reputable lead provider, then you're doing great, okay? You are way ahead of the game. You are doing excellent, and that's exactly what we came across, okay? And that's why we wanted to have today's presentation all about our exclusive lead provider, okay, focusing on just mortgage protection and final expense. So what we're going to do today, we're going to give out a free batch of leads, so a $250 value. We're going to give out a free batch of leads at the end of today's call, and the free batch goes to the person that was the 100th registrant on today's webinar. We'll announce their name at the end of the call. So the person that was number 100, as long as they're on the entire call till the end, we're going to run for about 40 to 45 minutes, then you will get your free batch of leads as soon as we hang up today's call. And I'll announce your name, and then of course I'll send you an email, and we will get you set up at completely no charge to you. So real quick, I want to talk about some of the resources available to all Levinson agents. These are all available at your fingertips, of course, at no charge. And then what we're going to do is send everyone that's listening today a thank you email. We'll include all of these brochures, some facts, some great resources. We even have a referral guide to help you drum up some new leads. We'll send everything out by tomorrow morning. So if you don't see that email by tomorrow, let us know, and we'll make sure we send it out again to you. So we created kind of a one-stop shop, okay? And again, knowing that the first or second question out of a new agent's mouth when they first speak to one of our marketers is leads and or commissions in either order, okay? We created a one-stop shop called the LevinsonLeadProgram.com website. Okay, and this is where you can go as long as you're active with us, and you can see all of our lead programs that Levinson has to offer, including the exclusive vendor that we're speaking about today. So Very, very simple. It's single sign-on. So if you're in our kerrylevinson.com website, you literally just click a button and you get right in. You don't have to log in or anything. If you find or come across the website separately from Kerry Levinson, just use the same username and password that's assigned to you, and you will get right in. Okay, moving forward here, we're going to show you what's inside. Now, all of this information is on our regular Kerry Levinson website. It's also on the Levinson Lead Program website as well, but I'll give you just a quick overview, and then we're going to dive right into the feature presentation today. So, Levinson Lead Programs. So over the years, I've been in the business just over 20 years now, and it's my job, I feel, to go out and find what works and what doesn't as far as products and carriers, technology, lead programs. We have mailers, we have live transfers. We just created our own E&O policy, least expensive E&O policy that's available today. We have done all of our due diligence, all of our research over the years. 80-20 rule, 80% of the programs we kept on board, about 20% we did away with because we were not finding good results any longer, and we had some agent complaints. So we wanted to put everything that's working well, okay, and this is literally over the last 20 years of research on a one-stop shop. You can hover over the lead programs. You'll see the star there in the right top corner. Says lead programs in blue. You can click there and everything will pop up below you. On the right side, you have top lead generating ideas. On the left side, those are all of our exclusive lead programs available to you as an active Levinson agent. Okay, so, and I'll just give you an example. If you want to get set up with the mortgage protection leads, you do have to be set up with a mortgage protection carrier under Levinson. If you want to get set up on the final expense side, same thing goes. You must be set up under Levinson with a final expense carrier. Also, the neat thing is, as you're seeing and hearing about all of this great stuff, most of our mortgage protection and final expense products and carriers come with our free scholarship program as well. Okay, so that's just another feather in your cap when you're generating new production, leads, seminar and webinar invites, all of the above. Okay, and that's free. It doesn't cost you anything to be enrolled in our SAGE scholarship program. If you're already appointed with one of our carriers, okay, through another upline, and you say to us, you know, I really want to buy the mortgage protection leads and participate in your co-op program, but I'm already set up, no problem. Okay, if you transfer over to us, we have what we call cash for contracting, where we will pay you anywhere between $100 and $400 cash, and we will match or most times beat your existing commission grid, and then you get to participate in all of our great stuff, including our lead programs, our scholarship program, and everything else that you're listening to. So if you're interested in that, just let us know. You can call after the webinar, speak to any one of our marketers in-house. We also have 4 remote marketers in Orlando, Virginia, and you can just call in to our 800 number and we will make sure that we get you set up as soon as we hang up today's presentation. Okay, moving forward here, we're going to dive into our feature presentation, and I just want to take a second, and I know I spoke about this just a few minutes ago, but it is almost impossible to come across a great lead provider that works. Okay, nothing's perfect. Okay, and these leads are, like I said, they're not perfect, but they work good. And if you can find a good source, you are off to the races. Levinson participates in some of the cost, so it is a true co-op program. And I'm going to just end with this, and then Joe will take the wheel. We just had a testimonial come in from one of our top agents out of Texas who is now participating in the mortgage protection leads that Joe is going to talk about today. One of his leads had a $1.5 million mortgage, okay? Now, this isn't with every lead, obviously, but this was one of his leads. It was $1.5 million mortgage, and he landed a $22,000 case. Okay, the testimonial is on our website right now. But again, yes, that's one person, and you can't say, oh, just because of one person and one lead, the program is great. I'm also going to say this. We haven't had one issue since we launched about 4 months ago. Okay, so the proof is in the pudding. With that said, I'm going to introduce our exclusive lead provider. Joseph, you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, thank you, Joe.
Okay, appreciate it. Thank you, Bill. Thank you for having me on. My name is Joe. What I'm going to talk to you about is the exclusive program that we've set up for Levinson Associates. That's going to be, exclusive to their agents. As Bill said, it's a true co-op program. They're reducing the actual cost of the lead that's by quite a significant amount of money, so that they can offer it at a discounted price to their agents. So we'll go ahead and talk about that, what to expect, typical results, and so if we can go to the next slide, we'll go ahead and jump right in it. So basically what we're going to talk about are the two options, phone verified life insurance leads, and then we'll go into the phone verified mortgage protection leads. So the verified life insurance leads, basically what we're doing is, number one, we have American telemarketers. This is an American company, so all our speakers are English speaking, and so there's no accents. Some of the things you probably ran in with telemarketing leads, we don't have that with our American system. Basically what we're doing is we're conducting a simple interview. We're outbound calling and, determining see what the prospect, their exact level of interest in receiving more information from the agent. We start all the calls, hi, Mrs. Smith, would you like more information on our state approved life insurance today? That's a simple yes or no question. So they have to answer yes to even move forward. The people that answer no, they don't move forward. We move on to the next call. So the ones that answer yes to that, what we're doing is we'll say, great. We just have a few questions to see what you qualify for, ma'am. What's your name? Then we'll get their age. How old are you? And then what's the amount of coverage are you looking for? We'll suggest three amounts. You can do $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, or we'll say this, or you could do a different amount, or if you're unsure at this time, you can just, discuss that over with the agent. So a lot of times someone will pick one of the three. Sometimes they'll go with a different amount. Someone might say 20, 25,000. Sometimes it might be 100,000, 50,000. It just depends on what they're looking for. So that's why we call it a life insurance lead, because that's going to depend, on their age, how much they're looking for, of what you're going to pitch them. So we'll ask how much coverage you're looking for, and then right after that, we'll ask, well, who would you name as your beneficiary, and what's the relationship to you? So that's real important. Basically, a lot of these companies, they ask, well, what's your favorite color? Like, that really means anything. I mean, we figure if we're going to ask a question, let's ask something that's significant. So the beneficiary question is not only to remind them that this is about life insurance, and you're looking not only at the amount you want to purchase and naming a beneficiary, meaning this is a serious process, but what we're also doing is when you call the person back, let's say it was a week and you just couldn't get them back on the phone, you can use that as like the reminder, as other companies use the color. So we feel that's going to be a little more effective than, the favorite color blue or something to that effect. Finally, we'll get the mailing address. If you can go back, please. We'll get that mailing address. And then what we'll do is we'll actually tell the people, thank you for the information. We're going to have a life insurance agent contact you. And, someone's going to return your call and answer your questions, okay? So the next third bullet here that's really important, we go a step further than anyone else on these leads. And this is important. At the end of all those questions in bullet number 2, we ask, is Ms. Smith, is there anyone else in the home that needs a quote on life insurance as well? And about 40% of the time, we're getting, the husband's name and information, maybe an older son or daughter that's in their 50s, they're in their 70s and their kids are in their 50s. So 40% of the time, you're getting one lead that has 2, 3, I've seen as high as like 5 people. That's when they're adding the grandkids. There's like 3 or 4 young grandkids on there. And we have testimonials too, and agents walk out of the homes with, 2, 3, 4 apps sometimes, clicking their heels. So that's at no extra cost. That's just, the price of doing good business and generating a great lead and making as many opportunities available for the agent as possible. So once we have all that information, like I said, we're going to email that over to you. So it's all typed out. It's emailed over within about 5 minutes of us, closing that conversation. We just verify all the information. We back check the address. We back check the phone number. We make sure everything's spelled correctly. And then we'll shoot that off with you within about 5 minutes. And, you should expect to set appointments with these leads anywhere from 40 to 60%. And that'll take me into the next slide here. So what should you expect on these verified leads? Well, number one, you can expect a $10 per lead reduction that we charge everybody else, because again, this is an exclusive program that's been designed for you and this IMO. So leads start at $25 a piece. It's a minimum order of 10. All right. So that's a $250 minimum order. We need about 3 to 4 counties to call. And just keep in mind, the more area we have to call, the better. If you want your leads to come in quickly, you're welcome to just give us an area code. I mean, some places like Illinois, Ohio, one area code can cover, one big county or 1 or 2 counties. So, one area code, sometimes an area code can cover like 25 counties. So that's probably not going to be too good for other agents. So depending on where you live, you can go 3 to 4 counties. You can do an area code. The more data we have to call, the better. Normal lead production is about 3 to 5 business days. It starts immediately the next day after you place an order. And once you place an order, there's going to be a terms of service agreement that pops up after your order. You must turn that in before your order starts. So keep that in mind. Don't forget to do it, because that's number one reason why orders are delayed, is because people fail to turn in their terms of service agreement. So assuming you turn that in, you made your order, if you turned it in, you're going to start getting leads the next day. You can expect about 2 to 3 leads a day, each day, Monday through Friday, until the order is completed. And as I mentioned previously, agents are setting 40 to 60% of the leads into appointments. So I get this question a lot. Well, what's the success rate? You can ask that question so many different ways. Basically, you're asking, well, how much am I going to sell? What's my annual premium going to be? Well, I'll let you guys answer that. I mean, if you sat on 40 to 60% of your leads, how much AP annual premium could you write? And I think you guys can answer your own question that way, because everyone knows their own ability. But I mean, typically agents that are able to sit in front of a client, let's say they sat with 6 of them, they're writing 5 apps. There's probably one person that said no, or maybe didn't qualify because of health condition. Who knows? But out of those 6 appointments, there's probably going to be one person they didn't write. But you agents are seasoned. I mean, if you're sitting down with 4, let's say on a 10 lead order, 4 to 6 agents, I mean, how much AP can you guys write? I'll let you answer that yourself. So we'll go on to the next slide here. So the verified mortgage protection leads, this is a unique product, guys. I mean, the way it's been done since probably 2006 has been direct mail. I don't know if anyone's refinanced lately. I did last year. I swear to God, I got no less than 35 mortgage protection letters in the mail saying, you need to protect your mortgage, hurry. I no less, I swear to like 35 letters. It's unbelievable. My point is, it's a saturated market. That's what everyone's doing. No one's doing this. A verified telemarketed mortgage protection lead. Think about that. This is an opportunity, again, an exclusive program that if someone else is doing it, bring it to my attention. But I've been in the business since 2009 generating leads, and I have never seen a telemarketed mortgage protection lead. So what are we doing? Basically, we're conducting same thing as the verified lead, and phone interview with the prospect on the phone. First off, to determine the level of interest in receiving more information about protecting the home's mortgage with mortgage protection insurance. So we ask everyone, would you like to protect your home's mortgage with mortgage protection insurance? It's a yes or no question. If they say yes, we actually educate them about what this product does. So we'll say, okay, perfect, man. Just so you know what this is, this product will pay off the mortgage in the event of your death. It could also make the mortgage payment in the event of a critical illness, such as a heart attack, stroke, or cancer, okay? So once we establish that interest, we confirm that, in fact, they do have a mortgage, okay? Because some people can answer the phone, you know, who knows why people do the things they do nowadays, but they may not have a mortgage. So we always ask, you know, you currently do have a mortgage, correct? Yes, great. Once we pass all that, now we're going to get their name, their age. We ask where the property address that the mortgage is on. We please have the property address. And we'll ask what's the approximate amount that you owe on the mortgage. And then so those are going to be the 4 things you receive. And then same thing, we tell them that this information is going to be assigned to a mortgage protection agent in your area. They're going to call you back, explain all the pricing and the benefits, and answer all your questions. Again, you're going to receive this information typed out within about 5 minutes after we back check it, make sure everything's accurate and correct. So moving on to the next slide. So the verified mortgage protection leads, you're going to qualify for a $5 per lead reduction from our street pricing. It's half the price of the verified lead, and a lot of that has to do with the difficulty of generating these leads. You got to understand that out of all the phone numbers we're going to pull in your area, we're putting a filter on there for only homeowners. So we're making that hoop we have to jump through pretty narrow. And also, so basically leads are going to start at $35 a piece, but if you compare that with direct mail, with what that's going for nowadays, I think you're going to think that's a pretty incredible deal. Orders are processed using same 3 to 4 counties, or you can choose the entire area code. Again, the more area we have to call, the faster we can produce the leads. Some agents like to stay right in their backyard, and if you're one of those agents, you're not going to get a lot of leads, and you're not going to get them quickly. Some agents like travel, you know, a third of the state, and they're like all over the place, staying in hotels on the weekends, or they stay in a hotel two days out of the week. They go see like 15 appointments during those 3 days, and then they come back on Thursday and Friday, and they just, you know, submit their apps and, you know, make sure everything's correct on their applications. That's the way to do it. Those guys kill it. The ones that are able to travel a huge area like that, they don't mind staying in a hotel. Anyway, that's just food for thought for you guys. Normal lead production is about 3 to 5 business days. And again, we'll start the order the next business day from time of purchase once that terms of service is turned in. We're seeing the same 40 to 60% of leads set into appointments. And then, you know, again, how many are you going to write if you sat down with, let's just say 5 out of the 10, or let's just say 4 out of the 10? How many can you write? So that's pretty much it. I'll turn it back over to Bill.
Yep, that's perfect, Joe.
If there's any questions. Yeah, thank you.
If anyone has any questions, obviously just contact us, and then we can make sure that you are active and then set up and send you the link. If we need to get Joe on a call, we can always do that as well. Just let us know. I'm going to say this. You know, we have about 7 programs now. We had 9. We got rid of 2 that were not working so great. So we're down to 7 now. And where this program stands out, you know, Joe, yes, he sounds great, and I know Joe well enough that I trust what he tells us. Otherwise, I would never have him on a training webinar with our agents. But it's also important to know that, you know, it sounds great. I'm sure it works well, but we're seeing the production from our agents that are ordering the leads. When you're seeing on the average between 2 to 4 leads sold out of every batch, that tells me the program is working, okay? And that means it's ready to go to our field force and jump on a training webinar, which is what you're on today. So the proof is in the pudding, okay? And it's working. Now, I don't think this will ever happen, but all of a sudden, if those sales drop off and, one or two, or now all of a sudden 10 to 20 orders, no one's turning these into sales, obviously things will change. But Joe is doing a phenomenal job. He's been doing this a long time. And like I said already, the proof is in the pudding and it's working. In fact, the agent that wrote that testimonial that landed the $22,000 case, he's on the call today with us, okay, to learn more and to order more leads. So yes, it's working. Yes, it's worth a shot, okay? It's not for everybody, okay? Yes, you'd still have to sell. You still have to either get in your car or jump on a phone call and work your magic, okay? Obviously, it still takes some skill here, but the program works. Where this stands out, if you want to jot this down, when you pick either your area code or you want to choose, let's say, 3 to 4 counties, where this program really stands out is where if you like to sell old school, face-to-face, you want to jump in the car and meet the consumer at a Starbucks or McDonald's, whatever it is, that's where this program stands apart, okay? We have another mortgage protection mailer type program, works great, okay? We're now going on about 7 years with that program since its launch. It still works well, but you have to be awesome over the phone, because you could be in South Florida and get a lead up in the panhandle of Florida, which is an 8-hour drive. So obviously, you better be good on the phone and ready to go. But what I like about this program, yes, you still have to be good on the phone, okay, because sometimes for a $20 or $30 a month case, it might not make sense to jump in the car, okay, if the case is worth it. Obviously, it's worth it to get in the car. Okay, but with this program, I love the fact that if you're into face-to-face, old school selling, this stands apart. It's worth a shot. Okay, so moving forward here, we're going to dive into some of our other lead programs that are available. Everything works a little differently. Joe's program is the only one where you can pick 3, 4 counties, and most of those leads, if not all, are going to be in your backyard in those 3 or 4 counties. So that is the only program that we have that works like that. Okay, but I'm going to dive into some of the other options. It's our job to go out and find what is best for our agents. I've said it already 3 times. We take it very serious. That is our model here at Levinson. So we have our orphan lead program. Now these are free. So if you have placed at least $10,000 of premium in a 1-year period within 12 months, then we will send you free orphan leads, okay? And you can pick one state or a few states that you're licensed in, and we will send these out. As soon as we have an orphan lead form. As soon as you send us the orphan form, which is on our website, we will email the leads out to you. So let us know if you're at that level. We're going to move forward. Co-op final expense mailer. So just back up there we go. Perfect. Okay, on the right side there, co-op final expense mailer. This is also a neat program, but like Joe was saying, this is sort of an old school approach. It still works well. It's a little different angle. This is $430 for 1,000 mailers. That includes postage. They use your name and return address, so all leads come back to you. We're seeing about a 2% return right now, okay? So, that could change to 4%. It could be 1.5%, but average is about 2% return on 1,000 mailers that become leads that you can call on or jump in your car and go visit. 4-day turnaround from the order to mail. These are all co-op programs, so we also participate in part of the cost. And these are all exclusive, so they're never shared. Like I said, they come right back to your home or office address. And let's move forward here to the next slide. I also want to mention, before we do that, all of these programs that you're looking at cost us money for you to participate. So in order for you to start ordering and receiving your leads, you must sign. We have a form that we have through Levinson that all and any business generated from our leads must must come back through Levinson and Associates, okay? And with the cash for contracting incentive program, there's no reason to not give us the opportunity. A, we're paying for part of the program regardless, and B, you're going to make the same or better commission than what you have today outside of Levinson. So just give us the opportunity. Let us know. That's part of the arrangement here with the Levinson exclusive lead programs. Very, very important stuff here. Okay, we have a live transfer lead program. Now, these are a little bit more expensive. They run about $40 to $50 a lead, but the way this works, let's say when the call center rep has that consumer on the phone, they're ready to talk insurance and listen to what the quotes are. The call rep literally transfers the call to you. It's like you're on call, like a doctor. Think of it like that. So yes, chances of you selling are great, okay, but they are more expensive. All Levinson agents get a $200 lead credit as soon as you open up your account. So if you're interested in those leads, also let us know. On the right side, we have our annuity mailer. Now, annuity leads are very rare, and when you do come across them, they're so expensive. They run about $100 to $250 per lead. So very, very pricey. I like this option, and the reason why it's very affordable for annuity leads, $460 for 1,000 mailers, same 2 to 2.5% average return, okay? And you can do the pricing here. It comes out very inexpensive per lead for annuities. Also a co-op program, all in any annuities, must be sold through Levinson. As you know, Josh Hoffman is our Levinson annuity go-to rep here. So if you need any quotes or you're interested in getting started with the annuity lead mailer program, just let us know and we will make sure that you are up and running. Okay, also moving forward here, you talk about, free and what does Levinson do for me and what's the whole value add, what makes them unique than every other IMO that's out here pitching life insurance and annuities. Well, I would jot this down because this is a huge differentiator. Nobody has anything like this. I know for a fact because we created the program, okay? It's going on 2 years now. It's called Agency Automator. What's neat about Agency Automator, okay, we just rolled out version 2, by the way. We have 6 different legs coming out of Agency Automator. Everything was designed for you to drive traffic to your website, okay? That's the name of the game. So on the left side, okay, we're going to start off, and by the way, we have 4 different trainings every single week. We have live training webinars going on every single week that we're going to go over in just a second. So if you want to learn more about Agency Automator, just jump on any one of our trainings and you can dive in, ask questions. We want to make sure that you're comfortable. But think of Agency Automator. You have your free retail agent website with a life insurance quote engine, all built into lead capture. We have your CRM tool. So you're constantly dripping emails on your clients and prospects. And then we have the ultimate prospecting tool, okay, which is going to generate, you go into Agency Automator, you'd say, hey, I want to work in the 33067 area code, and I want prospects that are between the ages of 35 and 45 that are married with children, okay? Whatever criteria you want to put in, the system will give you 1,000 prospects, name, phone number, email, address, to go out and market to that day, okay? And there's no charge for this. So if you're an active Levinson agent, you're up and running with Agency Automator, it's free, okay? You get 1,000 prospects every single month at no charge. And obviously the name of the game is to turn these prospects into leads, into sales, okay? Which this gives you the opportunity to do so by using all of our pre-made marketing materials. So very, very cool stuff. Never been done before. It's called Agency Automator by Levinson. I suggest you jump on one of our trainings. You'll see in a few more slides. You can write it down and then literally dial into a webinar just like you are on right now. Okay, moving forward, we put together some agent lead resources, okay, to help you get your foot in the door. If you're comfortable selling over the phone or in person, great. If you want to brush up or you have maybe some downline agents that you'd like them to get a little more comfortable, no problem. We put together a mortgage protection lead FAQ section, so we have that available on our site. We'll also include it in our thank you email. And in the middle there, we have a term and final expense close phone pitch script works great. Okay, we brought in Todd Ewing. We literally have a 4-part training series. Todd Ewing's one of the best over the phone closers in the country. We paid him to consult. We put together a 4-part training that's available to Levinson agents for free. And then, of course, we have some great takeaways like our sample phone script. On the right side, we have the ultimate cross-selling close pitch, but some great takeaways from his training. And these things work awesome. They're available for our agents. And again, we'll include this in our thank you email that you will have by tomorrow morning. Okay, moving forward here. Speaking of mortgage protection, great options. Like I said, our call today was based all around mortgage protection, final expense, leads. Okay, that's the name of the game. Obviously, leads are wonderful, but you need to have competitive products. You have to know where to go to get information on the fly, right? You have a hot customer on the phone, they're ready to go, and they say, great, I need some quotes, and I need to know who has a disability rider that's built in or critical illness or whatever. You need to know where to go for what. Very important, okay? And that goes with any industry. So top mortgage product solutions, again, go to our website. If you click on simplified issue non-medical plans, just another way of saying mortgage protection, everything will open up below, okay? All of the quoting, products, face amounts, riders, brochures for you, for consumers. We have various consumer marketing pieces, videos, PowerPoints, you name it, okay? And as we all know, mortgage protection, it's just another way of saying non-medical term insurance. All it is term that's usually simplified issue with no exam with a bunch of riders, either built-in or optional, okay? So don't let this confuse you. Again, everything at your fingertips on the Levinson website. Moving forward, we did the same exact thing for final expense, okay? What's unique with Levinson, you won't find anywhere else, is we have an awesome final expense free platform called Legacy Safeguard, and that is a turnkey final expense burial platform that allows you to go over with your clients, okay, everything that's needed to put a plan together, okay, for burial insurance. And it even includes an 800 phone number that your client can call if their spouse passes, someone that's there for them to help with all of the burial plans and where to go for what and what are next steps. We even have a kit that we put together to help you with the Legacy Safeguard platform and getting your message across to make more final expense sales and bring more value to your clients. Also, our scholarship platform is built in at no charge. Now think about this. You know, let's say me and Joe, we're both agents out in the field. We're both pitching, final expense insurance to the same client. And we have a very similar product, premium neck and neck. Everything's the same, okay? But they like Joe a little more than me for whatever reason, okay? I'm offering this 1-year free scholarship for their client's grandchildren, right, or children. So it's up to a $40,000 value, 1 free year at any of our 400 colleges across the country at no additional premium. Even if they like Joe a little bit better, they're going to buy from me every time because of the value add. This works awesome in the final expense world because the other agents that are competing for the same business don't have access to these exclusive programs that Levinson offers. So anyway, make sure that you're set up, okay? And we will make sure that you have all the training you need, all of the material to go out, spread the word, get your foot in the door by not just pitching burial or final expense insurance. Now you're talking about scholarships, okay, to, let's say, a grandfather for their grandchildren. Do you think that's going to get attention? okay, college funding, college planning, on top of final expense insurance. So just you can think of all the different ideas and the way to conduct meetings. I mean, it even comes with everybody that attends your meeting gets a $500 gift card for the scholarship program, even if they don't buy a policy from you. So there's so many opportunities. I don't have time to go into this now, but call any one of our marketers and we'll make sure that you are up and running 100% with everything mortgage protection and final expense related. Okay, we're just about done here. I know I'm a little long-winded. Our referral guide, awesome program, okay? Now, again, this is another way, just like Agency Automator, to gain a bunch of prospects and leads at no charge to you, okay? We have this available free as long as you're set up with either our mortgage protection or final expense approved carrier. We will email this out at no charge for you. It's called the exclusive Levinson Referral Guide, and it's available at no charge to all Levinson agents. Okay, moving forward here, we have, like I said earlier, part of Agency Automator, we have our free website builder, okay? Having a website these days is your brick and mortar. This is your storefront, okay? I can't stress enough how important having a professional looking, fully functional website is these days, okay? So important. So we have the free website builder. What's neat about this, for final expense sales, we have our built-in insurance quoter. So your client can literally go in, they can run a quote, they can do some research and learn about final expense or mortgage protection. They can use our calculators to figure out how much insurance is needed. But what's so cool, when they put their info in to get a quote, that information gets sent to you instantly in real time, so you can pick up the phone and call the client and make the sale while they're still browsing your website. Also, at the same time, that information gets put into your CRM tool, so now the same consumer starts getting weekly or monthly emails from you, keeping your name in front of your prospects and clients. So I'm trying to give you, again, the 250-foot overview on how all of this works nowadays. We're just trying to help you drive traffic to your home base by using all of the latest technology, CRM tools, lead generators, driving people back to your home base, which is your website, to create the appointment, to create the sale. Okay, that's the name of the game, and that's what all of this technology is about. And most important, we know, okay, that if we charge for all of this, that most agents wouldn't spend the money on this. Okay, being an agent is very expensive without all this technology, and we understand it, we get it. Most of us were even agents at one point, okay, including my father. So we understand the name of the game, and that's why 99% of this stuff is free, okay? We incur most of the costs for everything that you saw today, except for, obviously, the co-op lead program. But take advantage of this stuff, okay? It's literally years and so much dollars and resources that went into this to help our agents be successful, okay? Not so we can make money. That website you're looking at, that's free for you. You can go on today, get set up, and there's no charge. So just think about that for a little bit and take the time. Even if you have an assistant, a daughter, son, a relative that can help you get up and running, great. If you can do it yourself, even better. But everything is up and running today. Agency Automator version 2. Okay, speaking of that, we understand. Now, Kerry, my father now, is almost 70 years old. Okay, we love him. Okay, and he's going to be around another 50 years. But we also know that it's so important. We have a guy like Andrew in the office, almost 30 years old, very good on the computer, very tech savvy. Then we have Kerry. And we know that all of the tools and technology that we build, Kerry has to be able to go in and go on his mobile phone if an agent needs a quote. And Andrew also has to be able to go in, and everything has to be available for Andrew to help an agent. And Kerry, who's almost 70, he can also pick up his mobile phone or jump on our website and help an agent. So the point is, everything that we have built is for everyone. It doesn't matter if you're 77 or 19 years old, okay? There's no excuses. We put together these live trainings every single week so you can jump on, ask questions, get your feet wet, and get comfortable with our platform. All trainings are at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Monday, that's our brand new AsureWorks platform that we are rolling out, again, built to drive traffic to your website. Without me diving into that too much, I'll just give you a quick overview. And I know, again, I'm taking a little longer than I should, but it's so important. So back to Monday AsureWorks. Now, think about this. If you went online recently and you built a Ford Explorer SUV, okay, you saw one on the road, you wanted to check it out, you went on the Ford website, you built the SUV, black SUV with white leather interior, and you X'd out of the website because you saw what it looked like. The car was 28 grand. You said, nah, it's too much money. And then the next day, you went on to ESPN to check a basketball score. And all of a sudden, that same black Ford Explorer pops up on the bottom corner of your ESPN website screen. Okay? Then, 2 days later, you go on to Google and you run a search for a new lawnmower. And all of a sudden, when you run that search, on the left corner now, you see that same black Ford Explorer pop up. That's target marketing, okay? That's called AsureWorks now, built for insurance agents. So same concept, okay? Think about that Ford Explorer, but instead, it's based on insurance products and planning. So the way this works is you pick a zip code, let's say 33067. Now, every consumer in that zip code that goes online and searches for insurance or long-term care or annuities or anything related, they're going to see your ad pop up in that right corner for 30 days. Okay, then we have the sphere, which that gives you the opportunity to upload, let's say it's up to 1,000 contacts. All of your friends and neighbors and prospects and clients are in the sphere. Now for 30 days, every time they go online, they're going to see your same ad pop up in the bottom right corner. And hopefully the point of this is for a client that was maybe thinking about buying an IUL from you, but didn't quite pull the trigger yet, and now they keep seeing your ad pop up when they go on ESPN and Google and Bing. That'll put them over the edge. They'll pick up the phone and call Bill Levinson and buy that IUL. So that's AsureWorks in a nutshell. I don't have time to dive in real deep, but make sure we're launching that next week, and we're going to have trainings every single week. Monday, 2 p.m. is AsureWorks. Tuesday is that free website builder I just spoke about. Wednesday is that prospecting and recruiting program. That's where you get your 1,000 leads, or we have the same thing set up for agents. So if you want to recruit agents, same exact platform. That's every Wednesday. And then Thursday is the CRM program. That's also free. So the website builder comes with the CRM program up to 100 contacts at no charge. Okay? It's $9.95 a month for the hosting, and the CRM and website is free. So you can jump on any day, any week, okay, all 2 p.m. Eastern. You can go on our calendar on the website to register, but I can't encourage you enough. It's so important. Okay, now this is a big one. On the bottom in green, we have our webinar. It's actually tomorrow. Very important stuff here. So we brought in an annuity expert consultant of ours who is awesome. Christopher, one of the best in the country. He's going to talk about all hot annuities for 2018, what's new, what's changed. We're going to talk about the DOL rule, some hot new products, what we're doing away with for the end of the year. Very important if you want to sell annuities or you already are, try to be on that call tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, our last slide here, and again, sorry, a little long-winded today. I get a little excited when talking about some of these new platforms that we're rolling out. Okay, so if you've seen Insurance Newsnet, we are on the cover. Okay, we are blessed. We're couldn't be any more grateful to our agents because none of this would be possible without you guys and girls, okay, especially that are on this call today. So we really appreciate that. Okay, we're going to end with this. And then I didn't forget, we're going to announce the winner of the free batch of leads, $250 value, as soon as I talk about our Positive Tuesday quote. Okay, so the point of this Positive Tuesday quote is not so I can go out and brand myself. It's really built for agents so you could see what we're doing to brand ourselves, our agency, and it's all free by using social media, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. There's so many resources now available to you at no charge, okay, that you can take advantage of for free. You can sit down tonight and say, honey, I learned something new with mortgage protection or IUL or final expense, and do me a favor, hold up my Apple iPhone and take a video of me talking about mortgage protection. You then take that 1-minute video and you put it all over your social media pages for free, okay? To drive traffic, one person at a time. That's how Levinson was built in a nutshell. I picked out Tuesday. What does Tuesday mean? Nothing, okay? I call it Positive Tuesday. I created this years ago. Every Tuesday, I come up with a quote, and I put it on our social media pages and on our webinars and videos. And this is our last Tuesday's quote. And just real quick, I'll mention this, that the background is the cover story of Insurance Newsnet. We were featured, Levinson and Associates. That's the article. And in front of it, I just put one day at a time, anything is possible. And that is so true because in a nutshell, that's how Levinson was built, one agent at a time, one day at a time. So I don't want to hear any excuses from anyone that you're working out of your third bedroom or your garage or whatever the case is, okay? Everyone has a chance, especially nowadays with the internet and the way things are moving very fast, and we all need to be at the front end of the change and the movement, and that's exactly what we're doing with all of our tech and lead programs and everything else that we offer here at Levinson. So very, very proud of this and really, truly humbled. Okay, without further ado, I want to introduce our winner of the free lead incentive. The winner and the 100th registrant is Madeline N. That's Madeline N. Congratulations. We will send you an email this afternoon to make sure that you get set up. I want to thank everyone for being on today's call. Sometimes I do get a little long-winded, so I appreciate you hanging in there. Have a great rest of the week, a good weekend, and great selling. Take care.